How would you describe your leadership style in 3 words?
Contextual, authentic, and transformational.
Says Sylwia Szymula, Chief Retail Officer at Uniqa, Czech Republic and Slovakia. And how would you describe your leadership style in 3 words?
Listening to people.
Says Anna Rejer, Head of Life and Health Department at VIG Re. And my name is Jaroslav Kramer. Welcome to Women Leaders Beyond Borders, the podcast series empowered by VIG Re. So hello ladies and dzień dobry. I'm really happy that you came to our studio for first session of our podcast series that's about expat managers, international managers, about inspirational women. You are both Polish, but we are at the same time, all of us in Czech Republic, in Czechia. So the first question is really easy. Are you leaders beyond borders? Sylwia?
Well, I hope I'm the leader beyond border in connecting the different type of people to and different type of contexts, not only cross-country. But indeed, I'm Polish, working in Czech Republic and responsible for Czech and Slovakia. So in a direct sense of the word, I'm cross-border as well.
Anna, same question. Do you feel like you are one of the leaders beyond borders?
The same question and more or less the same answer as Sylwia's. I'm from Poland. I live and work in Czech Republic. I have international team from several countries. I work in international company. So I think the answer is yes.
Ladies, your journeys in Prague started both in May. But for Anna, it was May 2020. For Sylwia, it was May 2022. But what's different is what was before this, Prague new challenge. Anna, you've been in Poland basically the whole time before that. So why did you change it, and why did you choose in 2020 to move to Prague?
Because I'm listening to myself.
Mm-hmm.
This more or less it was 4 years ago. I worked in a different company, and I spent I think 15 years in the same company. It was really good company. I had good team, good boss. I can say good everything. Just at that time, I needed challenges, but mainly I needed chance for new something in my life, and I decided that I need some change in my life.
So the change was Prague. Was it your dream to come to Prague, or was it just a nice opportunity?
I think it was some kind of dream. I was curious of the country, of people, of language, and it was nice coincidence because I can say we have a lot of coincidences in this interview. Like we started our Czech life in May, and it was also a nice coincidence, yes, that Czech Republic had some unique offer for me that me, not speaking Czech-speaking person, could start a new job and new role in Czech Republic.
On the other side, Sylwia, before Prague, you had Warsaw, Bangkok, Amsterdam, Brussels. So I'd say that your career path was a little bit more dynamic than Anna's before Prague. So let us give us some short overview. How come that you've been almost all around the globe?
That's true. I have been very lucky to have opportunities to work in so many countries. The driver was, I think, a mix of my curiosity and openness, and environment that gave me the opportunities to explore, to grow in such a way as well. Warsaw, Bangkok, Frankfurt, and Amsterdam. That was my time at ING Group, where ING was supporting and actually offering me opportunities to work in multiple roles in multiple countries where I could bring the transformation ahead. So I would say that was the driver, the impact, the opportunity that came together in the right time, right moment.
So Prague, at this time, something like final destination, but at this time, why did you say yes to Prague after this world tour?
I said yes to impact that I can create, the cultural proximity to where I come from, and to group of people whom I could relate to and connect to. So I would say it's not only that I looked at the map and I said, Prague is the next place. It was again a combination that made me feel that's the right place. That's something I want to do now.
So basically, after graduation, you always knew that your work will go beyond borders. Was it always the path for you, or did you have some kind of time when you were actually thinking about staying in Poland and not becoming leader beyond borders?
Well, I worked in Poland for over 10 years. So it was never I would say, a goal in itself to go beyond borders. It was more the opportunities that life put ahead of me or in front of me, and me just jumping into those opportunities that brought me to explore so many countries, so many cultures, so many roles.
Anna, you've been very, very dynamic during your university studies. You studied mathematics, astronomy, and I kind of have a vibe that you never wanted to be bored at some point, that you needed always new challenges. Was it also the reason why did you choose to go across borders and start a, let's say, new career, new life in a new city?
Yes, exactly. Yes, exactly. As I said that always you can find some opportunities. Just for me, opportunities in Poland 4 years ago, it was not in. It meant it wasn't enough for me. So because of that, I decided that I have to find something outside of Poland.
Our common topic, or what we are talking about, are borders. When you are entering a new country, when you are first time with a new team, how do you erase borders with your colleagues? Do you have some, magical key how to connect with everyone, or do you still learn how to erase borders between you and your colleagues? And for you, Anna, it's maybe a little bit easier because you have very international teams, so everyone is probably experienced the same starting point, right?
Yes and no. For some of us, it's the first international job. So I think that I still, as you said, I'm still learning. Yes, I can say even every day I'm learning. And it's not related only to my team. I can say that generally I am learning every day how to cooperate with people, how to understand people. It's not only about my job, it's about my life.
And back to the question, do you think it's important to erase borders or at some point keep them?
I'm not sure that there is a good answer and there is just one answer. Everything depends on the people. Firstly, I think I have to, and I always respect people. As I said at the beginning, I try to listen to people. It means that I try to feel what they think. I try to be in them shoes and to understand them position. So some people they expect that I will respect them culture, them nationality. Okay. But other people, they have extremely different approach.
Is this something that's natural for you, or did you have to learn how to successfully listen to people?
It wasn't. As you said, I studied math and astronomy, and if we think about the general typical person from this type of studies, a completely introvert person. And I can say that it was my beginning of my career. Yes, I was extremely introvert, and I preferred working only with the same type of the personality.
Sylwia, I had to start with a question. Were you always extroverted, more introverted, or what kind of person basically you were before you were entering this world tour of successful positions?
I was and I still am very introverted person.
Are you really?
Absolutely. At the same time, I am very curious and open on other people. So I'm always very interested to understand how other people tick, what values they have, what is important for them, what energizes them. This is, I would say, that's the maybe even introvert curiosity in people that drives me and makes me open, makes me want to connect.
But at the same point, when you are reaching the top position, you are in board, do you still have enough space to to get to know everyone in the team, to know everyone's motivation and their typology, etc.?
You cannot get to know, of course, every employee in the company. However, the people you happen to meet in business meetings or just there on the corridor or in the elevator, you can try to connect. You still get a lot of energy from very short conversations with people. You see how comfortable they feel, how open they are, and I do not think you are able or you even want to know every single individual in a really big depth. At the same time, you need to know what's going on in the company, what's the mood, what's the energy across the teams. And you need to connect very well with the people you work closely with, because those are the people who carry on actually your hopefully common ideas through the company.
Maybe it's a bit simplification, but is this type of emotional intelligence something that women bring to boardrooms? What do you think, Anna?
I would like to be politically correct.
You don't have to be.
I'm not sure. I don't like this kind of questions like this is typical for men or women. In my opinion, okay, maybe generally we can define some characteristics, but I prefer some diversification per personalities.
Sure. That's also a very relevant question, because probably during your career you didn't face the difference between male and female manager, which is amazing. But sometimes people find out in boardrooms that different people bring different energies. So I will try my second chance with the same question with Sylwia. It doesn't mean that I'm looking for a specific answer, but both of your career paths were quite different. So what's your answer?
I would say I'm sitting here because of lots of managers I have met in the past who had, I would say, enough insight into me to give me energy to try out and develop. And if that's what you would call emotional intelligence, then majority of them were men. So you have your answer. So I would also subscribe to that. There is no black or white. Women are more emotionally intelligent while men are not. This is very individual.
We were talking about international teams. I know that both of you are very favorite among your colleagues, that they like you as their manager and boss and leader. If you can swipe your teams for one day. So Sylwia gets Anna's teams, Anna gets Sylwia's teams. What would be your most important advice? How to win their heart? And let's start with Sylwia.
Very difficult question, but I think I would answer with the simplest answer. Try to relate to them, try to listen to them, and connect on a personal level with them. That would be I would say, the best recipe.
Does it make change, or is there any aspect in nationalities in your team? Because your team is mostly Czech and Slovak. Anna has a very international team, so this might be, different answer. But is there an aspect of it, like, let's say, embrace their nationalities, or try to understand their Czech or Slovak or different approach?
I think it's about being respectful and somehow not judgmental when it comes to nationalities overall. I do not try to bring nationality contexts very prominently into daily relationships, because then we end up very quickly in a trap. Oh, you're Polish, then probably that's what you think about the Czechs, that's what you probably think about the Slovaks, and by the way, the Czechs think that about the Slovaks and the Polish, and you're in endless game of assumptions and prejudices potentially. So I try to definitely have sensitivity for certain maybe contextual topics, maybe cultural aspects. At the same time, not make them bigger than they are, and try to connect on eye-to-eye, individual, personal level with every person.
That's probably amazing answer for any international manager. So thank you for this. This is our first point of article that's coming out from this interview. Anna, what would be your advice for Sylwia, how to win hearts of your colleagues?
I think it will be easy for you because you mentioned being authentic. I think this is the most important, and I've heard that you also use it in your job, and definitely my team will respect it.
Ladies, we were talking about impact. Is it important for you to feel that your job, what you do, has impact on a daily basis? Or is it something that you can't have, the feeling of everyday impact? Anna.
Impact to my life?
Whatever you want. Sometimes you need to feel that you have impact on some specific colleague's life. Sometimes you have impact on market. Sometimes you have impact on your friends. So what impact means for you?
Definitely, I don't work on desert. First impact is to my life. The second is probably to my colleagues, not only colleagues from my team, but colleagues from my company. And the second, of course, is impact to my company as one body, yes.
So when was the last time you felt that your actions have impact on any of these three areas?
Even today morning.
Could you be specific, or is it something just, behind your cameras?
No, it's just nothing secret. I'm after appraisals, yes, and we define the goals for my team for the next year. And the easiest example that I have impact to them business life, and they have impact to my business life, because we are discussing about them future, and in consequences also my future in the company.
So that's great. So now you are very positively, energized after these sessions, right?
I hope.
So what about impact in you? Do you try to search areas where you can have impact, or do you have impact on daily basis?
I would say depends on how we define the impact. If you think about the spectacular impact on how you transform the company, on the company results, that you don't see on a daily basis. This is coming that requires structure, systematic approach, and time, as simple as that. At the same time, when you look at micro impacts, I do perceive my role partially also as someone who gives energy, ensures that there is energy flow through the team to the individuals. So every meeting I have with someone in the company, I try to ensure that we are aligned on the direction that we want to go to, elevate this energy or recharge this energy in one or another way to strengthen what the person will carry forward with their teams, with their peers, and so on.
That's a really interesting topic, because most top managers know that when you get at a certain level, you have to give a lot of energy every day, because no one is interested to meet the tired top manager. Everyone expects you to be on full of your abilities and have 100% in your energy batteries. Do you have a good system how to balance your energy during difficult work weeks? Or is it something that you are still trying to learn, Sylwia?
That's a never-ending journey, I would say.
Really?
I would lie to you saying I'm always like balancing my energy in a perfect way. There are difficult weeks, there are easier weeks. However, what's important for me is to have every day a moment when I stop and when I disconnect from the running thoughts, from the problems that are piling up in my head, and at least for half an hour really be in a different environment, do something that makes me focus on here and now, because that helps me also to calm down the amount of topics that are running through my head, and turn them into solutions and help me to decide what to do with them next.
Is it also something that you want your colleagues to do, be more present and not, with their heads in some other topics?
That would be the ideal state. However, as said, I myself sometimes am not always there. So
you are almost great example. Almost.
Trying again, yes.
Anna, how about you and your energy during difficult weeks?
For me, good focus helps me because then my energy is focused only on the topic, on the task, and I don't spend my energy for others. This is some kind of save my energy. And the second one also, how to balance the difficult time and the difficult topics. Definitely, I need a time when I completely forget about job, for example, and I relax.
Is it maybe when you are solving some mathematical issue, or is it something in the past?
No. It means astronomy is still in my heart, and I really like. I like reading some articles or listening to some podcasts. But I think for me, what really works is sport, physical activities.
We were talking about impact. What's really interesting about your career is when you moved to Prague, you've accepted a lower position. Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
So why were you comfortable, or were you comfortable with accepting the lower position, or was it just the only way you could get to Prague?
I felt comfortable because for me, at that moment, the most important, it wasn't position, it was the opportunity to change something in my life. So I didn't care. Okay, of course, I was aware what means, but I didn't care. And as I said, it was the most important for me.
So after that, you went straight up and you've been promoted.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, this was the right path. The topic I'm trying to get to is purpose, because this is something specifically a young generation talks about a lot. What's the meaning of me doing a lot of work? What's the purpose of my work? For you personally, what is the purpose of your current job? Because you both give a lot of time and energy to your work. So what's the ultimate, I don't want to say goal, but let's say ultimate purpose, Sylwia?
If you can call it a purpose, I would say I'm trying to make the company resilient towards the future developments. So Uniqa is a very healthy, very well-performing company for many years, and has been so for many years. However, the environment around us is changing extremely fast, and I would say the methods that brought us here where we are and made us very successful will not be a guaranteed recipe for the future success. So what I'm trying to do is extend the peripherals of how we look at business, how we engage with employees, how we engage with our clients, in order to be very fit also in the future.
Does it mean that you are someone who brings the bad scenarios on the table?
No.
No? So
No.
you're always positive about it.
I always look for opportunities. I would say the bad scenarios would only drain energy out of everyone. However, what gives me personally energy, but also what gives other people energy, is when you spot opportunities that are on the peripherals of your vision, and then you realize this is something that is within your reach, and you make a step, and then you see, oh, well, now your eyesight is broader, and then you can make another step. So I would rather say opportunities and not threats is what drives me.
Anna, what is your purpose in, let's say, reinsurance world? Because this is something that's for someone quite far away, something abstract. So let's bring us to your inner purpose world.
I work in a relatively young company. We just celebrated the 15th anniversary. So for reinsurance, it's a unique situation because still we are at the beginning of our journey. And when I received the job, I also thought that, this is the opportunity to be a part of the history of relatively young company, because a young company can give you opportunities to create something new, to also share my experience, and to give also some benefits to the company.
So basically, we've described your personal motivations, but if you have to explain or give a purpose to someone who's starting on your team, would you choose different words, or how would you, let's say, welcome them in your world? How would you describe, Anna, your colleagues that it is meaningful to work in reinsurance area?
Definitely, my purpose, it will be still valid. Yeah. The second one, also, why I choose working in a reinsurance company, from my perspective, it was the next step in my career path. I started in insurance industry, and I spent 20 years more or less. And reinsurance, in my opinion, it was natural next step because it's a little bit different perspective and it can be more interesting because we can discuss about different responsibilities, different opportunities, and also different challenges. The main difference between insurance and reinsurance perspective is that reinsurance protects more serious events than insurance companies.
So does this purpose works with your younger colleagues? Do they like get it and they are like happy that they can, protect more?
I'm not sure, you should ask them.
Okay.
But definitely if you ask about the business perspective, yes, this is just a next step to learn more and to see more, to understand more.
Sylwia, same question. You talked about your purpose, your motivation. But what kind of motivation works with your younger colleagues who are starting at Uniqa?
Insurance is a beautiful business that basically helps people to protect what really matters to them. Their belongings, their health, their life, from events that are unexpected and that are very disruptive to their lives. And I would say it's more difficult to find a more meaningful purpose for an individual who wants to work in a corporate big companies world.
Ladies, back to our original topic. You both are international managers. You are both Polish. I have to ask, what do people, let's say, misunderstand about you or expect you to do because you are Polish? Is there something, Sylwia? Do they have the idea how would Polish top manager behave? How would they lead the team, etc.?
I was never confronted with that idea. Even if they have one, they are not sharing it with me. But I think people are more curious. They want to understand more. So how will she work? How will she connect? Will she listen or will she come with already pre-baked ideas that she believes worked in Poland and will work in Czech Republic? So I think they are more in the observation mode and looking for clues. Will they be given the opportunity to explain how the Czech market works, how the culture works, rather than come with, I would say, a cliche that they impose on me.
Anna, when you started in Prague, did you have any situation when someone was, let's say, expected you to do something because you had the 15 years experience in Poland?
It wasn't connected because of Poland, and no one expected some behavior typical for Polish managers. I've never heard it, if we have something like Polish managerial style. No, nothing related to my Polish experience. Generally, I think they were surprised at how experienced I am.
In a good way, of course.
Yeah.
What characteristics of team members of your team, of people of your teams, do you respect most? Anna.
Openness, curiosity, respect.
Okay.
That's all. 3 words.
3 words again, Sylwia.
I take up the challenge. Accountability,
Mhm.
own opinions, and curiosity.
Ladies, let's go back again to the fact that you are both international managers operating in Prague, not only in Prague, but mostly in Prague. Where is home for you, Sylwia?
Prague.
Prague. Anna?
From my heart is Warsaw.
And how do you cope with the fact that you have families, friends from college, from childhood in Poland? Are you trying to go back to the environment as much as possible, or trying to stay where your heart is? So, Sylwia, I will start with you. When right now Prague is home, just a short question: was, for example, Amsterdam before home, or Bangkok?
Yes. I tried. This is what I do very much on purpose. When I move somewhere, I try to really settle in and embrace the place. Then this is the place where I live, where I connect, where I am for now. If it changes, then I try to rewire. But for me, this is really important that I don't live on a suitcase in my mind, but I am here and now, and Prague is the place, and that's how I treat it.
And what happens when you get to Poland?
I still can connect to people. However, that's not my place for now. That's where the center of my life, personal and professional, is in Prague. And I do visit Poland. However, I don't go home to Poland at this stage. I do invite Polish friends to Prague to visit me in my home now. So that's the mindset that I have. And thankfully enough, Prague is so attractive that I would say no need to repeat the invites.
Yeah, and that's one amazing approach. And Nana has different also amazing approach. So you go back to Poland, let's say you go back home, and how difficult is to come back to Prague?
It's not difficult. It means that I just switch, my mind from Warsaw to Prague and from Prague to Warsaw. Just if you compare my experience and my living time, I spent in Warsaw 25 years versus 4 in Prague. So still, if you wait a time, definitely my heart is in Warsaw.
Sure, but doesn't it bring you to older yourself, to Anna before the huge big change?
No, it's something like Sylwia said, that because I decided to move to Prague, I also built my life and my also personal life in Prague. So when I'm in Prague, my mind is in Prague and my life is in Prague. When I go to Warsaw, then I live in Warsaw. And sometimes it's not easy because I forgot which clothes, for example, I have in Warsaw and which one I have in Prague.
Okay, I'm really happy that I've heard two different approaches, and also our listeners can choose what's best for them. Speaking of borders, just a short question. Did you ever cross any border? Is it something that's, let's say, a little bit, nothing illegal, of course, but something that's a little bit natural for you, that you are trying to cross borders, Anna?
Yes, of course.
So give us some example. When you feel like you're crossing, and it can be your personal border, is it related to the fact that you are mostly introverted?
I think this is a part of my personality. I'm curious, and because of that, sometimes I cross or I try to cross. Now I'm trying to find, some good example.
So you can think about it, and Sylwia can give me an answer. Do you ever cross borders?
I would assume that I do it most of the time. I would say on a daily basis, by also questioning the status quo is actually the best example of it. When you try to move the boundaries of what's possible, open up the new opportunities, help people to grow. This is where you are crossing some borders, not always your borders, but some borders. When it comes to crossing my personal borders, I would say the most probably vivid example is I'm a passionate diver. If you go underwater only with the diving gear, you cannot be in more unnatural environment than that. And this is something that you can do with certain preparation, certain help, and certain safety measures.
Anna,
Examples?
Yeah.
One example, a really good example, is participation in that podcast.
As well.
Well, compared to diving, it's nothing scary, right?
This is scarier.
And the second, which I also cross very often, I'm really afraid of flights. But I love traveling. So every time when I go to the plane, I cross my borders.
Yeah, same here. So, final question, and I already know the answer, so it will be easier. Are you mostly passionate, ladies? And what in job and outside job makes you more passionate about these days? Anna.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Definitely. I can say that I like my job. I really like my job mainly because of people. This is, I think, the most important part of my job, connecting with people. That my job gives me opportunity to learn something from people, and the connection with people also gives me opportunity to also learn something new about me. And this is the passion which I see in my job. About my private life, yes, I'm passionate of sport and traveling. Yeah.
I've heard that you are also very passionate about cooking.
Yes,
right?
I am.
Especially for your colleagues. So that's probably
baking,
how you...
Baking. For colleagues is mainly baking, yes. So, yeah. Yesterday, it wasn't baked because I did a tiramisu. So, yeah. And it's really amazing activity for relaxing myself.
Well, Sylwia, what do you do for your colleagues? Do you bake?
First of all, I wouldn't describe myself as passionate. That's interesting. I somehow take it for granted, probably, that I'm wired the way I'm wired. But going back to what I do for my colleagues, I try to help people move a step into the direction where they wouldn't move themselves, just to explore and give them the energy, give them the strength. And I'm really, really passionate in business about people. That's what really gives me energy kick and what drives me. In personal life, books, diving, but also exploring, just the environment around me, learning, being like a bit like a curious child in Prague, just walking around and trying to understand the energy in the place.
And actually, very, very last question. Quite atypical. If I want to give you best compliment ever, what should I tell you? Sylwia.
For that, I think we will need a break. Give me a second, my
Or
God.
Probably you feel good with me, and I'm authentic.
Okay.
That would be something around growth. That I helped you to grow, or somehow I inspired you to grow.
At least you both did the things for me and for our listeners and viewers, definitely in this podcast. Thank you very much for attending. Thank you for being leaders beyond borders. My guests were Sylwia Szymula. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Anna Rejer.
Thank you.